Hello, today we are going to learn how to use the super calculator option in the expert buffer designer. As usual, you would start from the home page by clicking the start designing button, which will then take you to these options. And if you look at these options, you have the Gen AI input, the designer input, and the super calculator input, which is what we are going to go through today. Once you get into this window, you notice that you can enter up to 3 different compounds and corresponding concentrations on the right hand side, and then you can also choose sodium chloride or any salt as the fourth compound and specify its concentration. And finally, you can choose to either calculate the pH or adjust the pH to a target pH, which will then use either sodium hydroxide or hydrochloric acid to make that adjustment. So today what we will do is, for the third compound, we will pick citric acid as the example, and I'm going to come in and enter 0.05 molar citric acid that I'm going to add to this mixture. And as you can tell, the sodium phosphate is a multiprotic component, and citric acid also is a multiprotic component. So this is a pretty complex calculation that it is doing. On top of that, it is adjusting the target. So when I come in and click the calculate pH button, you'll see that it successfully finished the calculation and it adds that particular solution to the list that you can look at. And since this has multiple species, it labels it as multi-species buffer. And then you can see the summary here. You can see that it had to add about 0.13 molar of sodium hydroxide to get that pH to 7.4. And this gives you the summary of the pH calculation. Then you can come in here and see that the different compounds that are used in this particular solution and their molecular weight and concentration and the ionic concentrations corresponding to each of these compounds. And then if you come down further, you can see all the ions, the distinct ions in the solution. Here you can see that we have sodium, phosphate, citrate, and chloride. Again, you can see the pKa's used for these calculations, as well as the charge species corresponding to each of the pKa's and their corresponding concentrations, and then the total concentration. So this is a quick overview of using the super calculator tool. If you have any questions, please send me a message on WhatsApp, or you can provide a comment or a question in this video. Thank you.